The amazing story of Sha'Carri Richardson is so inspirational. Sha'Carri just wrote history over 100 meters at the World Championships in Budapest, Hungary. After running a new college record of 10.75 over 100 meters in 2019 at the age of 19, the USA expected gold medals from the young athlete. In 2021, Sha'Carri had a big chance to make the team for the Olympic Games in Tokyo. In April in Miami, Florida, she ran a new personal record of 10.72. In the semi-final at the US Championships, she raced a sensational time of wind-aided 10.64. In the final, the powerful sprinter won in a great time of 10.86. Everybody was excited to see her in Tokyo. Shortly after, Sha'Carri got tested positive for marijuana and banned for 1 month, so she wasn't allowed to race at the Olympic Games. Sha'Carri had a very traumatic experience. Shortly before the US trials, a reporter told her about the death of her mother. To hear that information come from a complete stranger, it was definitely triggering. It was definitely nerve-shocking, she said. Last year in 2022, she had a big goal to race on home soil at the World Championships in Eugene, Oregon. Even when she had a solid season best of 10.85, she missed it to make it to the semi-final in 11.31 at the US Championships over 100 meters. Another frustrating year. In Eugene, we saw another Jamaican sweep at the women's 100 meters at the World Championships in Eugene, Oregon. The two-time Olympic champion Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce dominated in a great time of 10.67. Second in the race was Shericka Jackson in a time of 10.73. The Olympic champion Elaine Thompson-Herah placed third in 10.81. Later at the World Championships, Shericka Jackson shocked the world over 200 meters. In 21.45, she won with the second fastest time in history. Only Florence Griffith Joyner ran faster in 1988 when she raced a time of 21.34. The highly talented Sha'Carri turned 23 in March this year and she never represented the US on the international stage. But Richardson never gave up. She can already call herself one of the greatest fighters in track and field history. On the 8th of April 2023, she opened up her season in Miami, Florida. In wind-aided 10.75 and 10.57, she just shocked the world. At the Diamond League in Doha, the American track star proved her great shape with a win in 10.76. She surprisingly beat the 100-meter silver medal winner Shericka Jackson. Sha'Carri Richardson celebrated her first Diamond League win. After many years of struggling, it looks like that she's ready to run extremely fast in the season 2023. After running a solid time of 10.90 in Los Angeles, Sha'Carri had her last competition before heading to the World Championships. At her home track in Montverde, Florida, she raced wind-aided 10.73, so everybody knew that she's ready for the nationals. In the heat at the US Championships in Eugene, she directly improved her personal record to 10.71. In the final, she had another fantastic race and won in 10.82 in front of Brittany Brown and Tamari Davis. Just 1 week later, she traveled to Europe again to race at the Diamond League in Silesia to have another battle against Shericka Jackson. Sha'Carri showed another stunning performance with a win in the same time of 10.76. Richardson ran never so consistent, she's just mentally and physically prepared for the season. 2 days later she had the first defeat of the season at the Grand Prix in Hungary. The NCAA champion Julien Alfred beat her in 10.89. Sha'Carri raced a lot in the last weeks, so she just needed a little rest. After her last competition, Sha'Carri had 4 weeks to prepare herself for the World Championships. Sha'Carri raced in 10.71, the second fastest time this season. Shericka Jackson ran a personal record of 10.65 at her national championships in Jamaica. At the Diamond League she never won any races over 100 meters. The Ivorian Marie-Josee Ta Lou also showed a great shape with 2 wins against Shericka in 10.75. Julien Alfred was also ready for the World Championships. The athlete who is representing St. Lucia won the NCAA Championships in wind-aided 10.72. World champion Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce couldn't do many races this season due to knee injury. She still managed to run a season best of 10.82 1 month before the World Championships began. The excitement at the World Championships in Hungary at the women's 100 meters was more than crazy. 5 athletes were able to win. It's always very enjoyable to watch if there's no absolute favorite. In the first round, Sha'Carri already impressed with the fastest time in 10.92. The powerhouse just ran around 80 meters and jogged through the finish line. Her competitors also showed a very solid first race, but didn't run as fast as the American. The lineup in the second semi-final was absolutely stunning. The 3 fastest women of the year were racing next to each other. Shericka Jackson battled Sha'Carri Richardson and Marie-Josee Ta Lou. The tension was so high, everybody wanted a good lane for the upcoming final. The race started with a shock. Sha'Carri Richardson missed totally the start. She just reacted extremely late and had to catch up. She finished good, but Shericka Jackson won in a stunning time of 10.74. Marie-Josee Ta Lou also had a time of 10.74 and finished second. Sha'Carri also qualified herself for the final in 10.84. In the first semi-final, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce and Tamari Davis showed a solid performance in 10.89 and 10.98. Eva Svoboda also qualified herself for the first World Championship final. In the third semi-final, Julien Alfred, Brittany Brown and Dina Asher-Smith raced very solid and made the final too. Julien won the race in a time of 10.92. The athlete, who just signed her first professional contract with Puma, showed that she wanted to fight for a medal later in the final. As a sprinter, you definitely prefer an inside lane to have a great competition. Sha'Carri only placed third in the semi-final, so she had to deal with an outside lane in the final. Then something really crazy happened on lane 9 at the World Championships in Budapest. Sha'Carri pushed out of the block very well, completely different comparing to the semi-final. After a good first part of the race, she just finished extremely strong and won in a stunning time of 10.65. Personal record, World Championship record. The unbelievable Sha'Carri Richardson won the World Championships in Budapest, Hungary in front of Shericka Jackson, who ran 10.72, and Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce 10.77. What an achievement after so many tough years in her career. In the last two major championships, no American could win a medal over 100 meters. And now the USA, who love track and field so much, can be proud to have a world champion at the women's 100 meters. Sha'Carri showed the world how strong she believed in her dream, and that you have to fight in your life, because giving up is never an option. This was just an epic 100 meter final. Absolutely stunning. Tomorrow the first round over 200 meters at the World Championships in Budapest will start. Sha'Carri Richardson raced wind legal the fourth fastest time this season in 21.94. The American 200 meter star Gabriel Thomas raced the fastest time this year in 21.60. Shericka Jackson also ran a great season best in the time of 21.71. Julien Alfred from St. Lucia is the third in the list in 21.91. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce will not participate over 200 meters. We have to consider that Sha'Carri Richardson ran wind-aided in the heat at the US Championships the time of 21.61. Julien Alfred also showed at the NCAA Championship final in wind-aided 21.73 that she's ready over 200 meters too. We can be very excited to see another showdown at the longer distance. Now my question for you. Who's your favorite for the win at the women's 200 meters? Let me know in the comments. I hope you're enjoying the World Championships in Budapest, Hungary. Thanks for watching everyone, and see you next time.